everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I sell all of the fabulous Stampin' Up! Products that I share with you while I am creating. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you taking a few moments of your day to join me for some crafting inspiration. If you are a regular, thank you so much for coming back. And if you are new, thank you for finding me. I truly do appreciate you coming and taking a look, and hopefully you will enjoy what I have to offer. Please say hello when you come on. Let me know where you're coming from. I love to hear where my viewers are. And if you wouldn't mind doing me a huge favor and share my video. Sharing is caring, and it's how I reach more crafty friends. Hello, Tammy. I do apologize, I am a little late. When I flip the camera around, you're going to see why. I moved my live to 6 p.m. thinking that the sun would have moved enough over so it's not streaming in and blinding me. And it has not. So I have two pillows in one of the parts of the window, so I'm hoping that they don't fall down on my desk. Hello, Jody, how are you? So last week I had the metallic pearls for commenting, sharing, and liking my page. So the winner was Mary Goff. Yay, Mary! What I do to get my winner, I have on my phone, I have the random generator app, random number generator app, and I just enter however many people have shared. I assign each person that's shared a number, enter however many people. So I had 4 shares last week. So I gave each person 1 to 4 and then hit randomize, and it came up with number 2. Mary was this number 2, and that's how Mary won. So this week I have the Happiness Blooms enamel dots. They are they have some of the retiring in colors. So that is like, comment, and share this week's video. Share it. Don't share it to my my Stampers group. I want you to share it to your own page, your own groups. I already share it to my Stampers group. So if you wouldn't mind doing that. And now I'm trying to fix my iPad here, and it does not want to cooperate. It's going to be one of those days. So I'm going to flip you around, just finding my thing here. I'm going to flip you around, and we're going to get started, and hopefully it's not going to be too awful painful to flip. So hold on just 1 minute, and you're going to get to see those lovely pillows in my window. Yes, there they are. But with their no leaves on the trees, and at this time, the sun is just streaming in here. It's like a little mini sauna. So I'm just getting adjusted here. You just finished the money card. Oh, awesome. Tammy, that's wonderful. All right, so hello, Stephanie. Okay, something is goofy on here. It's not, let's see here. Bring you down, and there we go. I hope it doesn't want to stay tight. So today I have a fun card to share with you that uses the Stamparatus. Okay, let's see. Do we have enough lighting? Oh, no, because my one light shut off. Oh, remember Monday's live? The light kept flashing on and off. There we go. All right, I hope we are bright enough here for you. So, we are going to be creating a card with the Stamparatus. I am using the Seriously the Best stamp set. It is found on page 60 of the January to June mini catalog. I really like these big, large sentiments. And I'm using the Subtle 3D embossing folder, my stitched shapes, and my layering ovals. As well, we are going to pull in some of the petal pink metallic edged ribbon and these fun best dressed tassels. So we're using the petal pink ones here. As well, my favorite designer series paper from the mini catalog is the Best Dressed 6x6. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of it. And then our colors are Petal Pink and Lovely Lipstick. Now, Lovely Lipstick is one of the in colors that will be retiring. It's part of the 2018 to 2020 in colors, and these colors are going to be going away. So if you really like them, if you already have the ink pads, I highly suggest you purchase the ink refill right away, because as soon as Stampin' Up! Announces their retiring list, these are going to be gone. They sell out really quickly. So these colors here, Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, and Blueberry Bushel, are going to be leaving. You might want to just stock up on any of the extra supplies that you want from that color family. So this is the color. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? This is the card that we're going to be creating. And can you see how that is embossed? And generally, you cannot emboss with our classic Stampin' pads because they're not quite juicy enough, the ink. So what I am going to do, so if you have a Stamparatus, I'm showing you how awesome this tool really is to be able to heat emboss over top of your... Hello, Donna, how are you? How awesome the Stamparatus is to create a heat embossed look with your regular Stampin' pads. As well, on the inside, I have taken my Stampin' Right marker and I have pounced on my stamp. I'll show you how to do that as well to get that really cool effect by using my Stampin' Right marker. So, what you're going to do is get everything organized here. So you're going to take your sentiment and you're going to take, I've got my oval here. Let me make sure that I'm all the way in camera here. So I'm going to take my oval And I'm going to place it, making sure that it is fairly straight on there. And I'm going to take a pencil. Hello, Anne-Marie, how are you? I'm going to take a pencil and I am going to, this is where that grid paper comes in really handy. I'm going to take my pencil and I am going to trace all the way around my oval. Then I'm going to place my magnets, and my magnets are covered with washi tape and then clear packing tape. And I'm just going to hold that down. My oval is inside my line. I'm going to take my sentiment here and I am going to place it. I think that looks, let's just scooch that off just a smidge. Want it to be fairly centered. Scooch that back over. All right, now we're gonna, whoop, I've got my camera too low. So I'm gonna flip over the door, give it a good press, and flip it back. And, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to take my embossing buddy. I'm going to take my lovely lipstick and I'm going to ink up. And I can see I've got a few hairs, so I'm just going to wipe them off. Re-ink. And flip this over. Give it a good press. And open, and I would like it to be just a smidge darker than what this is, so I am going to ink it up again. That's the beauty of your Stamparatus, that you can get your perfect placement with your stamp every single time. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is close up my ink pad. Wipe off my stamp because you don't want to contaminate your Versamark. I'm using my sweater to dry my stamp off. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Versamark, ink it up. This little trick or technique really does extend your current products because you are getting more vibrancy, more use out of your ink pads, because you don't always want a silver or a gold or a black embossed image or sentiment. Sometimes you want some color. Well, by using your Stamparatus and your ink pads, as well as then your Versamark, you're going to be able to make every single colored ink pad you have into a type of embossing powder. So now I've got it all covered. So I'm just going to take it over here. I keep my embossing powder in a little plastic container, and I have these little spoons that I picked up from my favorite scrapbooking store in Wyerton, Karen's Creations. When I'm up at the cottage, I like to go in there, see what she's got. So I picked these up from her years ago, and they work wonders. And I just tape them to the top of my lid. So just set that out of the way, and I'm going to turn on my heat gun. So you're just going to have to bear with me with the sound. Hello, Marie. I find you get better results if you heat it up first before you take it to your project. Just give it a moment, and then okay, you can see it going clear and shiny from that cloudy color. It's definitely harder to emboss when you've got your phone and your phone mount in front of you. Okay, so there we've got our first layer. Now you can leave it like this, or you can take it, kind of bend it back because of the way I had to hold it. It's a little warped. So then, because I have drawn that pencil line all the way around, make sure that I get it right in there, and I'm going to put it right back into that exact same spot. I'm going to ink up again my stamp with my Versamark, flip it over, press, and then these tweezers I just purchased from the dollar store. Get that out of the way, bring in my clear embossing powder. Now you could do as many layers as you wanted. If you were using gold or silver embossing powder, you would have such a cool effect with it being super, super thick. Okay. That out of the way, and then I see I have a little right here. So I'm just taking a brush and brushing that off. Bringing my heat tool back. Hi Barb, how are you? Heat this back up. And it really brings out the intensity of the color, I find, as well. I just love the way this looks. And I think we are all heat and set. So there we have it. Isn't that just the coolest? Okay, so on to the next stage. You don't want, because I've got two coats on there, Hello, Chris. Because you've got 2 coats on there, you want to make sure you give it enough time to dry before you touch it, because you could leave fingerprints in it. Or like flatten it out, smush it. So see, this is how, just washi tape with my little spoon, and that's how I store them. Okay, so now for the inside of the card, to get that cool look, I am going to, actually I can take one of these pillows out of my window, because the sun, oh actually I can take them both, yay! The sun is now down far enough. Okay, so I am going to take my Petal Pink stamp pad, and I've got my sentiment here, making sure that it is straight. So what I'm going to do is ink it up, and then I'm going to take the brush tip end, and I'm just going to pounce it or tap it. I'm not drawing on it, I'm just tapping across, because I'm using a darker color than what's on the covering the entire thing. It's going to give it that cool colored effect. Okay, so I'm going to hope that this is straight because I cannot see. Okay, so there you have, you've got the 2 different colors there. It looks like a sticker, Tammy. Yes, it does actually. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing with my flower. So I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to just pounce it, moving my stamp, because I don't want a solid line, so by just pouncing you're getting just here and there. And then the third. So I think I'm going to, over the next little bit, see if I can get in this way, I'm going to use each one of the retiring in colors to say goodbye to them on a project. Okay, so now I'm just going to take that and stamp it down there, and see how cool is that. Okay, yes, I miss you a lot. I really miss my Stampin' ladies and all my friends. So you have to clean this in between, because you have to re-ink it, and you do not want to contaminate your Petal Pink ink with your lovely lipstick ink. So we're just going to ink it back up in the Petal Pink, and then do the exact same thing, pouncing around, turning it. You don't want perfection, you just want just that little bit of color. And then I'm going to just turn this around so it's in front of me, and there. So I've got the inside of my card decorated with this cool color technique as well. So if you guys have Stampin' Right markers, pick a light color for the base and then take one of your Stampin' markers in a darker complementary color and try this effect. It is so fun. And I will have my blog post will be up, published in, about 40 minutes after we're done here, because I'm going to upload my video to YouTube first, and then I'll insert it into my blog post, and then I will publish it so that it's got all of the measurements for you to see so that you can recreate it at home. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here for my insert. And I have pieces all cut so that I can make a bunch more of these. I have sent out, goodness, I have sent out over 40 pieces of Happy Mail so far. So I'm going to be needing some more cards. So that's why I chose this sentiment, so that I could have some more cards to send out, some more Happy Mail. Okay, so, and as you can see, this layer here, the lovely lipstick, is the one that I had used my subtle embossing folder on. Bring my silicone craft sheet. I'm going to end up getting glue everywhere if I don't. All right. Oh, a little off there. I'm going to scooch it down. That's why I like my liquid glue, because it gives me a few moments to move it. Yeah, I love the way that looks with the 2 layers of the heat embossing. And you'd never be able to do that without a Stamparatus. Perfect alignment every time. And just by using that grid paper and a pencil to trace the exact position, you're going to have amazing results every single time. Hi Sharon, how are you? So just off to the side a bit here. And then making sure that this is straight so I don't glue it down crooked. Now, while you cannot post photos on my business page here, I would love it if you were to recreate something using this technique. If you would post it on my Stampers group, my Stampin' with Marcy Stampers group. Everybody is welcome. And it is an open group where we can be more interactive with each other. Oops, I forgot I have to put this down first. So we're going to put this here. And I just find that it's easier to attach my little tassel with a glue dot like that, and then my little bow over top. I tried tying it through, and I just didn't like the way the bow looked. I was a little fussy on that, so I thought, you know what, let's just try it this way. Okay, we need just a little bit more bling on here, so I'm going to put a few dots of glue, one here. Let's go one here, and then one here. And then, because you know I don't like my embellishments to fall off, so I like to use my liquid glue to ensure that when my card arrives, the recipient doesn't have the embellishments at the bottom of the envelope. That would not be good. Whoop. We're a little sticky. There. And these are the Champagne Rhinestone Basic Jewels, which are now back in stock. And I got a bunch of shipment notifications for my ladies who have purchased from me the past little while of these, that they were on back order. So they, your rhinestones are on their way. So this is my original card here. And then this is the card that I just created with you. And then of course, our insides look the same. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, so I hope you guys will try this effect. It really is fun, fun to play and discover different colors that you can pull from your designer series paper. And that I chose the lovely lipstick from the flower because I wanted to be able to say goodbye to lovely lipstick properly. So I want to start playing with my retiring in colors so that I can say goodbye properly to them. So that is all for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, please click that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, so that you get to see every video that I put out there. And don't forget, sharing is caring. Please share my video. It's how I reach more crafty friends. And if you are wanting the measurements, just give me about 40 minutes to get everything set up and where it needs to be. And it will be on my blog right up here, if you head on over there to get the measurements. And then if there's anything you are needing to purchase, you can do some shopping there as well, or you can contact me to place your order for you. So that is all. And I will be back on Friday. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing on Friday at this point in time, but I will be back on Friday. I'm not sure what time I'll be back either. I will announce that. I'll give you guys about an hour's notice. So have a wonderful evening, and I will see you in a couple days. Bye for now.